Okay. Bring that down a bit so I can see what is happening. Okay. Good evening and welcome. So, who do we have here today? Who is here? Auntie Peace. Good evening, ma. Welcome. So we have Elder Sam. Good evening, sir. Who are we waiting for? Please drop a chat in the box once you join. Okay. Let's give others a bit of time to see if they're able to join us, and then we make a start. Hey, I just want to believe we've been practicing, we've been managing to practice, and so on. Yeah, so who is joining us? Drop a comment so we can see who is here. Who is here? We know Elder Sam is here. We know Auntie Peace is here. Just drop a comment in the comment section so that we'll know. We have 5 people here now. Why do we have only 2 comments? Please, mark your attendance. Just drop your comments. Let's see who is here. Drop a comment, please, so that we'll know you are here. Who is here? Who is here? Who is here? Please drop us a comment. Uncle Victor, good evening, sir. You're welcome. You're welcome. Who is ready for the class today? I think the last class that we had, it was like 2 new people. So I don't know if anyone else is joining. But this is, what time is it? What time? Sorry. So this is 10 past 7 our time. So I don't think we'll be waiting for anyone else. We'll just go ahead. Let us go ahead. I would just like us to go over what we did in the last class. It's like a very important topic that we are going to be using every now and then while playing. So 2 classes ago, we've gone through how to form the major chord, the minor chord, and the diminished chord. And I want to believe that we still all remember. Yeah. So what we did in the last class was very important. So we are going to go over it again, and it's known as inversions. Oh, and before we continue, I'm so sorry about Tuesday. We couldn't just have our classes due to an error in transmission. uh Today's date should be 16th, if I'm right. Yeah, 55. So we are looking at inversions. A very simple concept that helps us. So straight into it. So inversion means just taking the first note of your chord, the first note, yeah, of your chord, to the next octave. All right. So it's just taking the first note of your chord to the next octave. And again, when we talk about octave, it just means 8, just like the way we do in chemistry when we say octagon. So it's just like 8. And remember, our major scale is 8, I would say, even though the first one is the same as the last, but it's 8. So we have our do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. And then it just continues. Re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. It just continues. So now, inversion is when you're playing, remember 135 is our major chord. When you're playing do, mi, so, and now you take this and switch it over to here. So you have inverted this chord. Yeah, you have inverted the chord. So now instead of playing do, mi, so, which is our root position, we change it to mi, so, do. So this is the first inversion. And then you take it to so, do, mi, which is our second inversion. Okay, so do, mi, so, this is our root position. Root position. Sorry about my handwriting. Hey, I'm just looking at it now and I think that if it fits me, make I become doctor. All this dear. That's what my handwriting be now. Okay, so we are playing our 135, which is do, mi, so. Inverting that chord is just taking do from this octave to the next octave. So now we have mi, so, do. And then the second inversion will be taking mi, which is the first, now to the next, and then we'll have so, do, mi. Then if you continue, you'll come back again. All right, let's get into it. So now I want to believe we can all see the keys very well. Yeah. So now 135, which is our major chord. So what I'm playing on my left hand is the same thing I'm playing on my right hand, yeah. Okay, let me just use one hand then. So we are saying that the inversion of this chord is just taking this one and playing it in the higher octave. Okay, let me get this over. So if you look very well, you find out that this is the same as this. So we have do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. So 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So octave. So from here, if we've moved from here to here, we've moved up an octave. Okay, so now this is our root position. We want to invert it or be inverted. So what we'll do is just take this one, take the first one to the next. Did you see that? So this becomes our first inversion. So now we have mi, so, do, and now we can now do our second inversion. That means taking this mi to the next octave. So you see how it is. Now it's 3, 5, 1. 3, because it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 or 1. So 1, 2. So we've inversed it 1, 3, 5. But now we are having 3, 5, 1. Okay. So, and now for us to do the second inversion, what we have to do is move that one to the next octave. So we just move this one to here. The first one, so the very, very funny expression that I like to use for inversion is making the first to become the last. Okay. So, because that's what the Bible says, that the first shall become the last. So just taking that one and putting it here. So now we've got, okay. All right. So root position, first inversion, third inversion. So we have, it's there, the three chord qualities, they are the same. The only thing is just helping you change how you sound a little bit, you know. Because just imagine just imagine you are going to church and you put on the same clothes on Sunday, put on the same clothes the next Sunday, same clothes, like you're just putting. So that's what we are trying to avoid. We are trying to sound different, like almost even if not every time, but like a lot of times, because like I told you, at this stage the only three chords that we'll be playing will be chord 1, chord 4, and chord 5. Or maybe we'll add chord 6, which is a minor, but chord 1 is a major, 1 is a major, 4 is a major, 5 is a major. We might add 6 to just sound a bit better. But with 1, 4, and 5, you can play literally every song that you know. Okay, so now the concept of inversion is, let's say we are in the key of F and we are doing this song. The Lord has done it finally, finally, finally. 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 You see, I'm just playing the same thing. Finally, finally. The Lord has done it finally, finally, finally. The Lord has done it finally, finally, finally. The Lord has done it finally. Okay, let's invert now. The Lord has done it finally. The Lord has done it finally, finally. The Lord has done it finally. The Lord has done it finally. You see, the inversion actually helped me, sound a bit different, even though that the difference is not that much, but at least it switches things up, it changes things. And even as simple as inversions sound, like they make a lot of difference, especially when you invert a chord to get the melody on top. Anyway, let's not go that deep now, but as time goes on, you understand it. So, this is the concept of inversion and what it does. So, do we understand this so far? If you understand it so far, can you drop a yeah? Just type a yes if you understand it so far. You're saying yes, I'm good so far. Can you just type a yes? Type a yes if you understand it so far. Or a no if I've ended up confusing you. A yes if you're good. Or for Victor understand. And they know if you don't, so that I can go over it again. Okay. Okay, we'll run it again. So inversion is just trying to make the same thing look a bit different, just like when you have a black suit. Today you can wear the black suit with a white shirt inside, like it gives you one feel, and tomorrow you can wear the same black suit with a blue shirt inside, just to add a bit of color, just to switch things up a bit. So we are saying that, remember how we formed our major chords. Please just, I know that at this stage you might not remember everything always, but if you go over those videos over and over, especially because I've taken time to make them shorter so that you don't have to go over the whole class to understand them, so that it will stick your head. So, but I want to believe we still remember how we formed our major chord, F major, 1 3 5. Yeah. And remember, we said that minor is 1 flat 3 and 5. 1 flat 3. And then diminished is 1 flat 3 and flat 5. Okay. Hope we still remember. So 1 3 5. The only thing we want to do is to take the first note of the chord. Take the first note of the chord to the next octave. Take the first note of the chord you are playing to the next octave. So what we just have to do is, where else do we have F here? Because remember, 3 black notes. F is the first white note. So what we are playing is, for now, but what we are going to do is we are going to move this one, we'll move the one over to the next one, like to the next, because this is still F, yeah? This is still F. This is F. This is F. So what we are trying to do is just play that major chord, then move the first one over to the next octave. So take it from here to the same key, but the higher point in the keyboard. So these 3 and 5 stays where they are, 3 5. The only thing that changes is 1 is moving from here now to here. What is the difference? Since is the same F. Yeah, so it sounds a bit different. A bit different. A bit different. Okay? It sounds a bit different. So you see that? That's the first inversion. and that's the second. So this gives you something a bit higher, and this gives you something a bit deeper. Deeper, middle, higher. Yeah, you will see how important it is to, and also as we progress, you will see the importance of inversions. They are so important. Okay. Okay, let me just show you one thing. I'll quickly show you one thing. You know, when we said something about playing the scale like do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. So instead of playing do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, we are playing it this way: do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, ti, la, sol, fa, mi. So instead of going all the way up, instead of going do, re, mi, fa, sol, look at what I'm going to do now. I'm going to play it in a more compact way. I won't have to go all the way. So just look: do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti. So instead of going do, re, mi, fa, sol, instead of going all the way, I'll just play it here: do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. So instead of going all the way, because I know how to use inversions, I'm just within here. I'm not having to jump, you know. So the inversion actually makes you sound a bit different. So you are playing the same thing, but it's giving you, it's just like adding more to your vocabulary. Like, you know how you learn a word, then you learn another word of, what is it called again? Synonyms. So it's just like synonym. It's the same thing, but then it makes you sound like you have more depth. So I want to believe we've understood the inversion. So yeah, we're just moving that to the high octave, and just moving that to the high octave. Right. Okay. Now, if we can do the same thing in F sharp. So this is F sharp, yeah? I want to believe you can see my hands. The only thing we have to do is take these to the next octave. So, and then for us to get the second inversion, all we need to do is take these to the next, what? Octave. And what do we have? So you see. Okay? Cool. And then again, we looked at another concept that helps us sound unique. So this is the most basic way of playing your chords, or yeah, your major chord. The most basic, like the very most basic, what we've just done now. 1, 3, 5. Play it in the root position, inverse it, be invert. Play it in an inverted manner. So now, something that will help us, start sounding a bit advanced was another concept that we had a look at during the last class called drop 2. Drop 2. If you want the word, drop 2. So, what is drop 2? It's simply dropping the second highest note of your chord to the lower octave. Dropping, just as the name implies, dropping the second highest note of your chord to the lower octave. I want to believe we've made note of that. So dropping the second highest note of your chord to the lower. This just looks like lower octave. It's lower octave. Okay. So I want to believe we've made notes so that I can clean it. All right. I think playing the piano is more like understanding how things work, like to sound better. You don't really need to play a very complex chord that will make you like you don't really have to play this chord. You see how all my hands are just holding down notes. You don't really need to play something like that before you sound good. Okay, I have a question. How is that different from the second inversion? Bro Victor, are you talking about the drop 2? Are you asking how the drop 2 is different from the second inversion? I want to believe that's what you're asking. We'll see how it's different now. We're going to look at the difference. So drop 2, so you are taking the second highest note. It's an inversion as well, but yes, I'm not about the drop 2. Yeah, I'm about the drop 2. Okay, yeah. It's like an inversion, but you will see how it differs now. So this is our do chord. Do, mi, so 1, 3, and 5. Okay, let me write this here. 1, 3, and 5. Do, mi, so. So this is our do chord. Now the concept of drop 2 says we should just take the second highest note and play it here. So the big difference between this and the inversion is you are not playing it on the right hand now, so you are skipping it on the right hand. You won't play it on the right hand. So now what you are playing is mi, do, so. So you are not playing it on the right hand now. So you are taking that sound down to the lower octave, okay? You are taking it down to the lower octave and skipping it on the right hand. I mean, when you play this chord with a good keyboard, it sounds so good. Okay? Yeah, so that's the concept of drop 2. Yes, so let's look at it now. So we said it's take that away. So drop the second highest note to the lower octave. Okay? So what are we going to do here? Take that down or back. So this is 1, 3, 5. So this is the second highest note. So what we are going to do is just take it from here and play it here, and then skip it here. You see how it sounds? I mean, like you might not notice the beauty of this concept or of this chord till you play it in a very advanced keyboard, like a keyboard that has a very good output. And then you see how so instead of sounding this way, we are sounding this way. And then it even becomes more beautiful when you start combining them. Like, just look at how so I'm going to play do, so, fa, do, so, fa, like the normal way, and then I'll play do, so, fa with drop twos, and you see how it sounds. So do, so, fa, do, so, fa, do. This is the normal way. Yeah, this is just the normal way. Now let me play it as drop twos. You see? You see how that there is a bit of a feeling that I know is not so obvious with this keyboard because the output is not really high. But like when you try it with a very good keyboard, you see that that's a very beautiful movement. Like, simple but great. See how it sounds. It just changes the atmosphere. You know, doing praise and worship, or worship more, like when you start hearing all those beautiful chords, like, oh, that makes you feel so. Yeah, it's just simple concept like this, you know. Yeah, it sounds so good, trust me, especially when you start combining them, you know. Drop two. Okay. Yeah, so that's the concept of drop two. These are very, very interesting stuff. But like I've been saying, the only way to get up to speed is just to start practicing. Start practicing from where we started. You need to start from do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Go that way, and then look at what we did, trying to form the major scale as chords. Do, one as a major, two as minor, three as minor, four as major, five as major, six as minor, seven as diminished, and then one back to one. So when you do that, even if you want, you can start playing this do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do as drop twos. So that's one drop two, yeah. Drop two, yeah. Drop two, drop two, drop two, drop two, drop two. So you can start practicing all these. Try to build your speed. Try to play with the left and right hand at the same time. You know, so if you start doing it every day or more often, before you know it, you won't even know how your hands will improve. I'm telling you, to be honest, I can't just say, oh, this was when my hands became flexible, or it's just as you practice, you won't know. It's going to just happen. It will just happen. So if you can try forming your major chord on all keys, or even not if on all keys, just on one or two, like, and play the inversion. So this is C, yeah, and this will be the inversion. This is A sharp, and this would be the inversion. Yeah, because we are playing. So what we are doing is just taking that to the next octave while this and this remain in the same place. So, right. So try playing these inversions, then you can try playing drop twos, inversions, drop twos, and then maybe even from next class we can look at how to we can start playing songs already, because we are good, we are ready to go, we are good, we are the only thing we are going to do is I'll just show you how to play your 1, 4 and 5 within. So normally this is how you play your 1, this is how you play your 4, this is how you play your 5. So you see, it's a lot of hand movement, like a lot of traveling. So, but I'll show you how to play it this way. See? Same thing as this. But we are now, the same thing we are talking inversion. It makes us stay here. Okay, I'll just show us how to play 1, 4 and 5. And with these 3 chords, we are going to start playing. Once after the next class, when we learn how to play this 1, 4 and 5 within these 2 octaves, then we'll start playing songs. Naimo, music don't start. So that's why I'm just urging us to try and get used to it. Try and get your hands playing. Try and get your hands flexible. I can only teach you. I can't like move the hands for you. I wish I could. So, like I said, I don't want our classes to be running for so long. That will be the end of the class today. I want to believe that we've enjoyed it and we've learned something new. Okay. So thank you so much, everybody. Thank you. If you have any question, you can ask me or drop it in the WhatsApp group so that it will prompt others to become serious. All our non-academic students. Now the day when teacher no go call school, na him dem go call. Oh my God. So, but I want to believe that we've clearly understood what we did. Even if you think that, oh, I didn't get it very well, if you go over the video again, you will get it. And again, I'm going to try to make a shorter video, like a summary of this class. Just a summary of this class so that it's easier for you. Don't have to wait. It's not a waste anyway. You don't have to spend an hour trying to get the concept. It will just be straight into it, and that's it. Okay. That is the end of our classes today. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining. Thank you for being committed and consistent. And I want to believe that very soon you're going to start moving your hands very quickly. Start playing. At least when you want to sing, you can sing and play, and you will feel so good. You will feel great doing that. Okay? Thank you. I'm going to end the video now. If you have any question, like I said, just drop it to the group. And I will leave everything that I'm doing and answer your question, because that's what I want. All right. Good night, everyone. Thank you.